Hi, friends. Welcome back to Live with the Roxy on this glorious, beautiful, cold as fuck Monday. Uh, it's like back to the world. We're not that it's back to the world like there's not still a global pandemic going on, but it's so weird. We did so much building up to the election, and now I this is a weird question, but now what? Now what? On this show, we'll continue to talk about entertainment news. We'll still talk about political news because in the coming several days, weeks, months, there's going to be a ton still. And of course, Brett Hankinson, Miles Cosgrove, Jonathan Mattingly, Russ the cops that killed Breonna Taylor, all three of them for killing Breonna Taylor. I've talked a lot about how the subscriber numbers on this channel have gone down, which is perfectly fine because the people who stay are my real rock stars, and the ones that leave just this wasn't the right community for them. But I did have somebody suggest to me the other day, one of you guys, a true rock star, that I should stop saying what I'm saying about Brett, Miles, and Jonathan at the beginning of the show and move it to the end of the show because perhaps it's scaring people off. And I think it's a fair suggestion in terms of the fact that you guys have heard me say that I'm losing subscribers and I don't know how to keep them or to build them. So I understand that that person was trying to protect me. But for me, if that scares somebody off, then I don't think that this community is right for them. I'm never trying to like trick somebody into being part of the rock stars or Live at the Roxy. I just know there are more people out there that are fighting the good fight and are with us and want to be talking about the things we're talking about on this show. And those are the people that I want to find. Those are the people who I want to get. Those are the people that I think should be here with us, not the people who might stay because they don't hear me talking about Black Lives Matter. And again, it's nothing against the suggestion, but I do want to say, to me, it is so, so important. And so, yeah, I'm not trying to trick anybody into being here. I just know that there are more people we can reach and more people that want to be a part of the rock stars. People who are sitting alone in their homes right now and don't think that they have a community, and we want to be that community for them. So yeah, that's what's going on. Cap Levi is saying cold. Yeah, it's fucking cold in LA. It's chilly inside. For the first time, I have like my thermostat set to like 62 or something. Not that I keep it there because I don't have air conditioning. I'm just saying that the heat kicks on when it gets lower than that. And last night in the middle of the night, I woke up scared shitless because I live in a garage, so the heating system in here is like loud and like old. And all of a sudden I woke up, I thought somebody was in my fucking place because it was like, like I was like shaking and shit, and things that I had on top of the heater fell off because it dropped below, and it's just chilly. And a chilly Los Angeles is kind of a strange Los Angeles. For some reason, what feels like 60 degrees, what is 60 degrees in LA feels fucking cold, and what is 60 degrees in Boston feels fucking warm. It's this weird thing. I don't know whether it's because your brain isn't prepped for it or what, but today is 63 degrees in Los Angeles and it feels like 45 degrees. And if it was 63 degrees in Boston during November, I would be wearing a tank top. So I don't know what that is, but there's something about that. And then I do look at Boston and it's 61 degrees in Boston. And I'm just like, wow. And in Newton, my hometown, it's 70 degrees today. It's not supposed to be warmer, the city that I left in November. None of that's the stuff that we are talking about today. We are going to do a Roxy's Advice Corner today, though. And on top of that, we're going to be talking a little bit about some political things. Biden announcing his coronavirus task force. Want to get your guys' thoughts on that and what that will mean. Eva Longoria had to issue an apology after she called Latina women the real heroines. Why is that a bad thing? Well, I will let you guys know what that statement followed. Because woof. A Quiet Place is getting a spinoff, apparently. There's a spinoff in the works. And I think that we should be actually excited about this, even though a lot of people are sick and tired of spinoffs and reboots and all that stuff. I'm into this, and I'll let you guys know why. Plus, whatever you guys want to talk about in the super chat, in the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Strider. That's how best to support me right now. I think the heater just went on again. I hear it. But last night, because it hadn't been on in a while, it was fucking loud, yo. Okay, in the Streamlabs, late last night at 10 p.m., right after we did the World Girl stream, Bruce Banner in the Streamlabs said, "Hey, Roxy, hope today was better than yesterday. I know it's not much, but I had to do my part." Bruce Banner, what are you talking about? That's a lot. Your support is massive to me. And I really appreciate you guys being in here and showing me that love. Yeah, I certainly need it. So grateful for you guys, and rock on with your bad selves. LD123, LD quickly becoming one of my favorite rock stars on the planet. Although I'm like a parent, I don't have favorites. LD says, "Hey, coach, I have taken your advice to not get into a web with anyone on set. I was just asking because of the girl. Also, I'm getting pretty horny. I think once this is over and I go back to my home to town, I might try to hook up with a girl. Who knows?" LD, I totally get it. I mean, I think part of being quarantined right now when you're being safe means like being horny. It just is what happens. I'll keep you guys posted for the ladies in the chat. By the way, if you are a lady in the chat right now, send bunnies so I know who I'm talking to. I know we got a lot of men in the rockstar communities, but that does not mean that we don't have them women. Them women show up. What? So I have been talking to a lot of my girlfriends about this, actually, like what the best things to do during this time are if you're feeling particularly horny. Men, I know you guys go through this as well. And we talk about this on the World Girls a lot too, just like sex things in general. But this Instagram ad popped up for one of my girlfriends about this like new unbelievable vibrator. It's like very expensive, but whatever. I'm thinking about just going for it. And I'll keep you guys posted. But like the technology that they have these days with like vibration and suctions and like location of things, I am telling you, the reviews on this thing were fucking nuts. So I know you're only 18 and maybe that's not something you've experimented with a lot, but like I'm super duper into like being an independent woman right now and like being able to take care of myself in all aspects, like, you know, being able to pay all my own bills and being able to go whatever the fuck it is. So one of those things is being able to get off yourself. Like that's an important skill to be able to have. Men have been doing that since they're children and women aren't taught to do it the same way. So shout out to my amazing babes in here. Loudy Ferdinand, Lauren, Pink Sweets. Oh, come on. We've got more than that. Wherever you guys are, I see you. But I'll keep you guys posted if I find something good. Legalt says bunny for being an independent woman. Totally. Like we all have like different situations down there. So everybody's got to find their own thing, but just, you know, working on it. And like I said, I'll keep you guys posted if I find something good. Lady Musashi, I love that. Says can't find bunny, but name says it all. Totally. You're a lady. She's a lady. Whoa. All right. So anyway, I feel you, LD. And there's ways to work it out yourself. And, you know, sometimes we just have to be more vocal about it. Robert Turner sending bunnies. Robert, I'm not going to lie. I don't know any women named Robert, but maybe let us know. Maybe it's like short for Roberta. I don't know. And no judgment. All those things. All right. Ryan White says, thank you so much again for having me on last night. That's about the World Girls. Just Nicole Kidman. It was truly a great honor being referred to as your only friend for a brief minute. But I have to respectfully say, I know for a fact you have a ton of friends, many of which are watching right now. Very true, Ryan White. Very, very true. Matthew W. in the Streamlab says, Roxy, have you worked it out yet with the person that upset you? Can you say what happened? No, I haven't worked it out yet. And honestly, no, I can't say what happened. And I don't say that to you guys very often, but out of respect for this person, I can't say what happened, because if I say what happened, then the person would be able to be identified. But basically there's just like a massive breach in trust, and it's kind of a black and white situation in which somebody did something really not nice to me when I did something incredibly nice for them. This person has apologized to me, but I felt like their apology was incredibly defensive and like my freezer's open and full of excuses. Wait, I have to check if my freezer's open. I'm still talking to you guys. Can you still hear me? So I felt like she was making... Is my freezer open? How long has it been like that for? Let's see. I think this stuff's still good. Yeah, it's good. Guys, the freezer's good. For those of you concerned, the freezer is all good. The freezer's good. Yeah, she was making excuses and also just not taking responsibility for what actually happened. It was like, well, this thing made me do this and this thing happened and I also did this. And so you can't just say sorry and then not, like, what should follow up sorry is, I'm sorry, I really fucked up, I will not do it again. Not, I'm sorry, it was not my intention, it didn't do it maliciously, there was this other situation going on that made me do it, I also did X, Y, and Z. You know, those things don't help an apology. I am a big believer in apologies. They go a long way with me. But when I apologize to somebody, it's, I'm sorry, I fucked this up. I'm not going to do it again. Let me know if there's anything more I can say to make you feel comfortable. And that's kind of what it is. Glenn says, claps for the freezer being good. It's the worst feeling when you leave the freezer open. Have you guys ever done that? Growing up as a kid, oh my God, I remember I did it once, never again. My parents were so upset with me because you spoil so much fucking food. Like, that's hundreds of dollars sometimes if you're a family that like freezes a lot of their produce. So, oh my God, brutal. Yeah, so thank you for asking about that, but I can't really give more of the story than that. So yeah. Apollo 3JP in the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Strider said, just doing my daily shooting of the shot. How you doing, Roxy? Let me provide some warmth with a good cuddle. Also, for the record, I'm not a fan of yours. I think you're dope, but not a fan. I don't need you to come on my podcast or anything. I don't think that's what it means to be a fan of somebody. Like, I'm a fan of all of you guys. I don't know that that's what it means, but hey, keep shooting that shot and appreciate Apollo bringing us that love and light every day. Can't be mad at that. Anything that fights hate, I'm good with. All right. In the super chat, I feel like super chat's such a random phrase. Like, who came up with that? But okay. Colin Wright says, do you think the Tom Holland Daisy Ridley movie Chaos Walking will go direct to streaming, or will Lionsgate send it to theaters? Anything that isn't one of the major tentpole films right now, I think is going to have to seriously consider streaming, because I wonder, let me see what the budget of that movie was. Chaos Walking budget. They might not say, but wow, $100 million. Fuck. I was thinking that it was going to be closer in the 50, like mid-range. I don't know what they're going to do. It's really hard to recoup your funds when you are at that $100 million mark. Yeah. Look at this cast: Daisy Ridley, Tom Holland, Nick Jonas, Mads Mikkelsen, Kurt Sutter, David Oyelowo. Damn. Bringing the heat. Oh, and it's I guess I didn't know that much about it. So this looks like it's going to be a new full-blown like trilogy. I don't know. Maybe they'll push and wait. It feels like it would never be able to make its money back otherwise. So I think they kind of have to. Thanks for the question. Interesting one. Appreciate you asking. For the rest of you guys who have questions, comments, concerns, please let me know in the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Strider, or right here in the super chat. As we move on, well, first, pause for sips tea. Oh, it's so hot. I feel the heat through my fingers. I'm concerned it's going to burn me. I'm going to do it anyway. Okay. It was perfect temperature. Holy shit, guys. It is so hard to get tea to the perfect temperature. All my tea drinkers in here, send bunnies. Because you guys fucking know. You fucking know. You make the tea, you sit, you wait. Like somebody needs to record the amount of time. Somebody should be like, tea made in a Keurig at whatever temperature is perfect to drink 4.5 minutes after it comes out, or whatever the fuck it is. Because it is so brutal trying to figure out when to have my fucking tea. Every day I fuck this up. I drink 8 cups of tea a day. Every fucking day I fuck it up. Every day. It's never the right temperature. Right now this is perfect. But then it doesn't stay perfect because as you drink more, unless you drink the whole thing really fast. God, it's good. This is an Earl Grey. It's actually my first cup of tea of the day, which is surprising because I've been up for mad hours. Wow. So many tea drinkers in here. DK, Robert, Travis, Jonathan, Ryan. Melissa likes coffee. I've never tried coffee before. True story. We're going to do a whirl. Give coffee a whirl at some point. Juan, Simply Emily, Buttered Butt Biscuit. Wow. Damn, a buttered butt. Butter. Glenn Caesar, Rob K. Damn, Mohammed, Leonard. I'm obsessed with the tea drinkers. Garth, no concept. What is happening with all my tea fucking lovers? The third turd says tea superior to coffee. It's not even close, in my opinion. Spidey Sensei. Yes. Super Dan. You guys showing up for the motherfucking tea. I look funny today. I've just been like on one recently, I think. Though somebody told me the other day if I drink too much tea, I told you guys that it causes kidney stones, and that freaked me the fuck out. Freaked me out, baby. All right, let's talk about some news. Let's do a Roxy's Advice Corner. Let's keep taking questions, comments, and concerns from you guys, and let's go on with the mother frickin' show. We are 17 minutes in, getting to our very first news topic, which we're going to start with Eva Longoria because she had to issue a pretty lengthy apology after she called Latina women the real heroines. Now, why did it matter that she called Latina women the real heroines? It's not because they're not the real heroines. And it's not because she said anything bad about Latina women. It's because of what she said prior to this, which I was really shocked about. Eva Longoria is a massive advocate. She's done a pretty great job of getting politically involved during this election. But this was a total faux pas. She was on MSNBC, and she said, women of color show up in big ways. Of course, you saw in Georgia what Black women have done, but Latina women are the real heroines here. You guys know the Homer Simpson going into the bush gif. That's me. That's me right now. Like, this is a problem. And I know, I really don't believe she meant this like this, but this is a problem that women compare other women to other women, and people of color comparing certain people of color to other people of color. Like, why did you have to say, but Latina women are the real heroines? Why couldn't you just say what Black women did in Georgia and frankly all over the country is freaking unbelievable? I also want to give a shout out to Latina women who showed up much more than Latino men for Biden in this election. That would have been like, pat, clap for you guys. Black women fucking saved this country over and over again. Like, we cannot thank our Black women enough for everything they've done. Thank you, Black women. Also, shout out to Latino women because they showed up in much higher percentages than the Latino men, and they made me really proud to be one. Like, yuck. But then her apology kind of did what I talked to you guys about my other friend did. I didn't love this apology, to be honest. It's 2 paragraphs. I'll read it to you guys. You let me know what you think. She said, please read, and then pointed down. I did one of the things where in a notepad, you write your apology, you screenshot it, and you put it on because Twitter doesn't give you enough characters. I'm so sorry and sad to hear that my comments on MSNBC could be perceived as taking credit from Black women. So pause for a second because I actually can't get through this right now. When you say you're sorry that something could be perceived in a different way, you're not saying, I'm sorry I said it that way. You're saying, I'm sorry you thought that, which is not how we perceived it. It's literally what you said. She then says, when I said that Latinas were heroines in this election, I simply meant that they turn out in greater numbers and voted more progressively than Latino men. My wording was not clear, and I deeply regret that. There is such a history in our community of anti-Blackness in our community, and I would never want to contribute to that. So let me be very clear. Okay, so this part's a little better. She's saying, I misspoke. And she's saying I misspoke. She then says, Black women have long been the backbone of the Democratic Party, something we have seen played out in this election as well as previous ones. Finally, Black women don't have to do it alone any longer. Latinas, many who identify as Afro-Latina, Indigenous women, AAPI women, and other women of color are standing with them so we can grow our collective voice and power. Together, we are unstoppable. Nothing but love and support for Black women. Everywhere, you deserve a standing ovation. It happens where you're live on TV and you fucking phrase something wrong. It happens. But I feel like be real and just say that. Say, listen, I heard back the clip. I can't even believe I phrased it like that. I don't know why I said that they were the real heroines in the same sentence talking about Black women. That's so not how I feel. I absolutely fucked that up. Black women are amazing. Thank you so much for what you've done for this country. Latino women are also amazing. Thank you so much for what you continue to do for this country. And my bad. Really misspoke there. Don't believe that at all. This is just like such a written out statement where she's like, I don't know. I just didn't read as earnest or genuine as I was hoping, because it's okay to fuck up on air. We have to make it as society okay for you to say the wrong thing, and then for you to say, oops, I fucking said the wrong thing. In life, I have said the wrong thing many times. Many times I've said the wrong thing. I see something ass fucking stupid, and I'm like, what? I didn't even mean that. What the fuck just came out of my mouth? I don't mean say the wrong thing like to the extent of like the wrong thing. There are certain things that of course I don't fucking say, but sometimes you phrase things wrong and you say but instead of and, or you just like string thoughts together that don't go together. She was probably just really proud of her culture and her people in that moment, and it came out wrong. So just, just say, fuck that one up. Sorry, peeps. And then I hope as a society we can be like, no worries, you misspoke. And that's kind of what I hope for in the future. And I think that will eliminate cancel culture, because like people who are really pissed at Eva for this, I get it, but like this clearly is not deserving of like cancel culture. At least I don't think. What do you guys think? Let me know. Streamlabs.com/Roxy Strider or right here in the super chat. Do you think that this is how Eva Longoria actually feels? Do you think she misspoke? Did you appreciate her apology? Let me know in the comments also if you're watching this after the fact. And while I'm mentioning those comments, don't forget, friends, to leave a comment after this video. It helps with the algorithms, to give that thumbs up. I appreciate everything that you guys do. And it's really helpful when you guys leave a comment, give a thumbs up, and show some support. Tell people to subscribe. If you have already subscribed, tell your friends. All right, let's go into the Streamlabs. Streamlabs.com/Roxy Strider, PLD. Paul Denuzio says, much love to you, the World Girls and the Rock Stars. Your consistent presence, even on days you don't feel up to it, is inspiring. So thank you. Oh my God, PLD. I was on one last night. Like today, it looks like I'm hungover and I'm not. And yesterday, I did not drink or smoke, not one drop. But I looked fucked up. And today, I feel hungover because that's how I feel that way right now. It's like crazy. Well, I'm saying like a lot recently too. It's just been crazy. It's just been a crazy time of ups and downs and self-realizations and introspectiveness and fighting and all the things. So anybody who didn't watch The World Girls last night, if you just only have 25 seconds, check out my Instagram story or my Twitter to see what looks like a full-blown meltdown. I was going to say on live TV, but on live YouTube. I literally stopped working. Like, it stopped working. Last night was a ridiculous show. I mean, we were tapped. Dee was somewhat composed. Steph and I were tapped. I think we seemed more fucked up in that episode than the Mexican Independence Day episode. It was wild. I mean, that episode will go down in history. It was something. Garth Harkness McMurray in the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer says, I'm looking forward to watching the Odd Couple versus Category 9 match right after this. Oh, that's awesome. Is that on right after this? Woo woo. Rock stars, I have high hopes for Jeff and Mark in the team's tournament. I hope that you are able to visit home safely. It's lovely here with the fall colors falling fast. I hope so too. Oh God, everything's nerve-wracking these days, but hopefully. And let me know how the match goes. Ace Money in the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. I follow a YouTuber named Jacqueline Glenn, and she is sponsored by AdamEve.com. Guys, when you can't read the word Adam and you just keep saying Adam over and over again, you know something's up. AdamEve.com. That's the like lingerie and sex toy site, right? Or did I make that up? She's unboxing some pretty wild stuff for them. Sex toys, lingerie. Oh, yep. Discount code Jacqueline for 50% off one item and free shipping. FYI, I'm not affiliated or anything. Oh no, thanks. I appreciate that help. Maybe people need that. It's a good looking out, Ace Money. Good looking out. We all need a little bit of help during this time. Whoa. Thanks, Jake, for throwing this in. Streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Oh, Robert says, it's been a long week and last night was something else, Roxy. It really was. It's just, this is what it is. All right. Moving forward, let's talk a little bit. Let's stay in the political sphere because we're still in a political mood. Oh, by the way, speaking of politics, Natalia Ramos is going to be joining us live at the Roxy tomorrow. She's got residency here at Live at the Roxy. She's going to be talking all about the election, what happens next, all the things that we have questions about. So if you are a patron at the $10 up tier, I'm going to be putting her I'm going to be asking for questions for her for tomorrow. But like I said, she'll be joining us tomorrow, 1 p.m. live at the Roxy. So don't miss that because I know you guys love when Nat is on here. But that's not actually what we're going to talk about right now. Staying in the world of politics, let's talk a little bit about Biden, who announced his coronavirus task force. So here's the thing. The two biggest champions of this weekend are math and science. I mean, who knew that in 2020 at age 29, I'd be sitting here talking about the importance of counting and the importance of listening to scientists and doctors when they say wear a mask. Like, just never would have seen this fucking coming. But it is what it is. And it's very important to take this moment to celebrate the victories of math and science because we want to see them continue to win. Again, words that I didn't think I was going to say this year, but apparently I fucking am. So, unrelated to that and something that's not going to make a good air right now, I just got a sign-in code for Bank of America, and that means that Dorina is trying to do something with our joint account. So I have to text her what is the code, and that is just not something that you guys needed to know, but I wanted you to know what I was doing. And so I'm going to say in the middle of my show, LOL, just told everyone that I needed to pause and send this to you. What up, world girls? Dorina said, gracias. De nada. It's actually very annoying that in order to verify every time that we have to call to make something, like Bank of America has been frustrating because our funds because they're the most frustrating bank ever, but our funds go through them and then we need to transfer those to our bank accounts, but they won't let us online, which is the only reason we went with Bank of America is because Dee and I both have Bank of America. And so it's the easiest thing to do to be able to transfer from one bank to another bank. I mean, to the same bank. And then they wouldn't even let us do that. So Dee's calling to deal with that today. It's like we've been on the phone with them nonstop for so many days, just all the days trying to figure things out. Another day, another dollar. Darina said, LOL, LOL. Steph said, Rockstar's penis. It's a legitimate text message that she just sent me. It says, Rockstar's penis. Word. All right, moving on from that. The coronavirus task force. Guys, was that the best minute of content you've ever seen? I'm just wondering. Do you like when I give you the behind the scenes of what the fuck's actually going on? It is what it is. The coronavirus task force is great. Trump fired his Surgeon General and Biden named him the head of his COVID-19 task force. So that was kind of interesting to see. I think that it's great that Joe Biden's already selected the head of his task force. And I think that it's great that we're moving forward with the president-elect making decisions because it's just showing to anybody that is with Trump, this is fucking happening. This is happening. Like it or not, here's the deal. Here's how it works. Get on board or get out. I mean, like for 4 years, they have told us, if you don't like it here, leave. So guess what? If you don't like it here, leave. And I've never, ever believed in that sentiment. But like, if you were going to say it to us for 4 fucking years, that's what it is. So yeah. Also, it's important because we've been talking about how Biden's first thing that he needs to do is figure out how he wants to handle COVID and what that's going to look like for our country. So that's interesting. Vivek Murthy, who was the nation's top doctor when Biden was vice president under Barack Obama, will be named as one of the co-chairs along with former Food and Drug Administration Commissioner David Kessler, Biden's deputy campaign manager Kate Bedingfield. And this is all being told to NBC's Meet the Press. This was last night. So it looks like he's getting together his team. Bedingfield said the work starts right away. This we know. People want the country to move forward, she said. People are hungry for change. Again, this we know. So yes, this is how we feel. Zeno says an actual plan for the pandemic, finally. Yes, here's to science and math. Things that they teach us starting from when we are 4 years old in this country. Things that are very important, to like staying alive. Ridiculous. How are you guys feeling about this pandemic task force? How do you guys feel about what's going on with COVID right now? I would love to hear your thoughts. Let me know. Let's go over to the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Matthew W. in the house says, I figured you couldn't say the name, but I thought maybe you could say what happened, but it makes sense why you can't. Hey, tell her you'll forgive her if she buys you that vibrator. LOL. I think the vibrator is like $70. I just don't know about that. And I told my girlfriend that she should buy it first and tell me how it is so I know if the reviews are real. But then she now is like dating somebody seriously. And so she's like, bitch, I don't need to spend $70 anymore. I'm like, oh, you're having that sex. Remember sex? Cool. No, good talk. Me too. Yeah. Anytime I see those, you guys know it starts like the sentence every time. Sex is great, but have you ever? And then I stop reading every single time. I just stop it. Sex is great, but have you ever? And I'm like, ugh. Sex is great. Okay. Welcome to Roxy's TED Talk. Garth Harkness McMurray in the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer says, speaking of Jacqueline Glenn, I'm surprised you didn't know her already. She's engaged to David Michael Frank. Oh, I know who she is. From early SEN live shows, an old friend of Ben Bateman. They were in band together since they were young. Garth, honey, obviously, I know David Michael Frank. Ben and I dated for 5 years. Jacqueline and David would be great to have as guests. David Michael Frank. Honestly, the reason that her name didn't stand out to me is that I wasn't seeing him that much anymore by the time that they had started dating, because I had met a few of David's previous girlfriends. He was definitely like a girlfriend guy, like very committed and stuff. So, but I have seen her not in person, but like in pictures and all that stuff. And she's really cute. I don't know her at all, but that's why that name didn't stick out. But obviously I know David Michael Frank. And I know Fight the Moon very, very well. I have their CD. Number one fan, guys. Number one fan. Okay. Moving forward. Apollo 3 JP says, the task force will be key to getting our country back on track, but people won't shut down again. Also, Roxy, I need advice on how to randomly meet you. You said you'd never date a fan. So I just wanted to be clear. I'm not one. LOL. I don't think you can randomly meet me during this time because I barely leave my home because pandemic. I don't even go to the grocery store. I get them delivered. But I do go on walks, but only sometimes. I go to my grandparents. Sometimes I see friends. You know, the whole thing. Joseph says, Roxy has her hoodie on. She's her rapper alias, Goldilocks. Word. That's the truth. Word to your mother. All right. Should we move forward? Or should we just stay here while I continue to rap and just sound oh so good? Just wondering, asking for a friend. Let's move forward. Not that many things left to talk about. I do have my advice corner that I want to get to. And then also wanted to talk briefly about the new spinoff of Quiet Place. I, as you guys know, am signed up for Hollywood Reporter push notifications, I guess it would be. They send me emails anytime a project's announced or whatever. And I love it because it keeps me in the know. And I highly recommend that if you guys are interested in the entertainment industry or in the entertainment industry, that either Deadline, Variety, or Hollywood Reporter, they all offer this, that you sign up for it. They send you emails. It's great. So they send an email saying, breaking news of their article, Quiet Place spinoff in the works with Jeff Nichols writing and directing. This was kind of interesting because we already knew about Quiet Place 2, but the spinoff, that had me curious. It says John Krasinski came up with the new idea and will produce it. So we love having him on board, because if he's not on board, obviously, then they don't fully have his blessing or whatever, but he is on board. He came up with the idea. He's producing it. Yes, that checks a lot of boxes for me. The silent world of A Quiet Place is getting a little noisier. Jeff Nichols, the filmmaker behind such dramas as Mud and Loving, will write and direct the untitled spinoff connected to the events in the hit Paramount horror film. John Krasinski, who directed and co-wrote the original 2018 movie, as well as its still unreleased sequel, came up with the idea for the new story. He will also produce via his Sunday night banner, along with Michael Bay, Andrew Form, and Brad Fuller. Quiet Place was set in a post-apocalyptic world in which creatures with heightened hearing use sound to devour humankind. We all know this. Quiet Place 2 was supposed to open March 20th, 2020. Brutal. Was not released because, we're in a quiet place kind of pandemic going on. It's a little different, but, So what do you guys think about this? What would you like to see from a spinoff? And why do you think they say that it's getting a little noisier? Do you think that was just like a weird pun, or do you think that that's actually what's happening in whatever the spinoff is? Let me know your thoughts. I'm really excited about the sequel to Quiet Place. I loved Quiet Place, but I also think the premise could get kind of old at some point. So we've created an interesting world, and I like that we're living in it, but I want to know what a spinoff would look like. While you guys are thinking about that, let's go to Ryan Payne in the super chat, who says, Whenever somebody starts to talk about sex, I immediately think of the beginning of the song "Have You Ever" by Brandy. I can't picture it right now, but that's because my brain doesn't work. Sorry, not much of a help. Brandy's dope. Yeah. Hoping the Pats don't lose to the Jets tonight, LOL. Wouldn't that be brutal, Matthew W? Wouldn't that be fucking brutal? God damn. It's like we have a world goals meeting right in the middle of that tonight. But it's like the Patriots are so woof. I'm going to have it on in the background. My family, though, half is in Jersey, half's in Boston. So, like, we fucking beef over this all the time. But, like, Pats for life, no matter what. The Jets are so bad. Like, if the Pats lose to the Jets, do you guys like it when I make that sound when I'm just like tapped like I did last night? No? Cool. Going to the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Glenn Caesar in the house. Glenn says, hello, Roxy. Love you. Happy Friday. As always, thanks for hanging out with us, being a great friend, and giving us a fun show today. Any other updates on possible new/returning guests? Perhaps Clark, Stacy, Emma, Winston, Coy, Dom Burns, or Lauren LaGrasso? All of those sound great. So Nat this week. Emma's been filming almost every day. I don't think Clark's ever been on, right? I haven't talked to Clark in a minute. That would be awesome. Winston, if you guys want, I can text him for whenever because he's the shit. And like, I would do anything for him. He's amazing. Dom, I know he was on vacation, but I think he's back. And so, yep, I can have him back on if you guys have any industry things. And Lauren LaGrasso released a new single, and I would love to have her back on this month for sure. So love all those, Glenn. You guys let me know in the comments who else you guys are looking for. Anyhow, RJ, aka Skittles, hope you and the rock stars are having a joy-filled rest of your day and week that'll keep you laughing and smiling. Stay safe, y'all. Peace, love, bunnies, and hugs to you all. And once again, hashtag smash cancer, hashtag the Rockstars band rules, hashtag Rockstars for the win. Totally agree on all of those things. Smash cancer is the best hashtag going. Fuck yeah. We got this. We got this. Oh my God. Guys, something epic just happened. Wait. Okay, I have so many things to say right now. I mean, so many things just happened at once. Whoa, mind explosion. Watch me whip, watch me nay. I think somebody just said that Lauren's in the chat, but I'm looking to see her, and I don't see her. So maybe she's not in the chat, but if she is, then show yourself, reveal yourself, let us know that you're here, and let us know when you want to come on. This is now how we book guests. Lauren was in here earlier. Shit. Should we text her? I'll say, okay, we'll message her live on the show. I'll leave her a voice message while we're doing this right now. Lauren, the people tell me that you were in the chat and I didn't notice. And then they asked if you would come on the show. And then they said that you're here, but you're not here. We love you and we miss you. And do you want to join us again sometime soon? Let me know. And also, oh, wait. Then Lauren in the chat, a different Lauren says, I'm here. I am not that Lauren. Haha. Did they just think you were in here because another Lauren's in here? Were you actually in here? What's happening, Lauren? What's happening? We're live right now, too. Hopefully this voice note finds you well. I wish you success in all your future endeavors. Guys, Lauren and I saw each other this weekend, and it was glorious. Oh, it was somebody else named Lauren. Let's tell her. False alarm. It was a different Lauren, but we still want you on the show. But we thought you were in here because you loved us, but you weren't in here because maybe you don't love us. And everybody in here is now saying, Jig Yoda says the chat really dropped the ball on that one. Lauren, the imposter Lauren, but also an amazing Lauren, says, I need to add a last name clearly. Garth says, oops. Carol says, I'm dead. It's a whole thing, Lo. It's a whole thing. Now she knows. Now she knows what's up, guys. But I was just about to tell you before you guys distracted me with this Lauren news. I was about to tell you the amazing news that Anthony Crotty in the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Striar, put $70 in and said, Roxy, use this for a risk-free trial of the vibrator. We all need to get our rocks off. ROX with a smiley face. Anthony Crotty. I don't know, Anthony. I kind of need to use that to pay rent first, but like maybe I should. I don't know. And risk-free trial. This is a trial. I don't think you can return it. Oh, guys, will the real Lauren LaGrasso please stand up? She's here now, guys. Our legend, our savior. The other Lauren, we adore you too. And I get it. You're also a brunette. You've got wavy hair too. You could have been the other Lauren, but you were not. And Lauren says, I need the vibrator. I know. It's just like, also, I'm a little scared. I'll tell you guys why I'm scared to get this vibrator for a couple of reasons. Number one, there were 250 reviews about this vibrator that all said, this is the best vibrator. I came within minutes, like all of this stuff. And I'm like, if it doesn't work for me, is something wrong with my vagina? Like there's like a suction thing on it and everybody's like, it's perfectly placed. Like, what if it's not perfectly placed on me? And then I start like questioning my anatomy, or like, I don't know, it like has this like weird like hook situation. And I'm like, do I even like that? Like apparently talking about vibrators makes me say they like a lot. That's what I've noticed. I'm just concerned. Okay, Lo says, I hate the suction thing. I don't know about, what do I know about the suction thing? I know nothing about the suction thing. I feel like in life, you kind of have to know about the suction thing, but does it always have to suction? Or can it only suction when I pick suction? Is that like a setting situation? I just have follow-up questions. I would rather a personal rec from a friend than online where everybody's saying, this is the thing. This is the thing. It's just a lot. It's just a whole shebang. Kind of like something nice and simple that I like can't fuck up. Because how useless do you feel? I feel so useless when I fuck up something that I feel like I should be born able to do. I should be born able to work my situation out. I shouldn't be born having to like research where what goes and like which setting or whatever. So I don't know. But also, it is quarantine and it's time to try things new. And I'm getting very sick and tired of my simple life. So I'm just really going to have to keep you guys posted. The reviews were great. Could 250 women really be wrong? Depends on which 250 women they are. And also, when you leave a review on your vibrator, you should have to say who you voted for. Because I don't know why I feel this way, but I don't want to own the same vibrator as a bunch of women who voted for Trump. Like, what if it's 250 Trump supporters? Maybe only Trump supporters like the suction. I don't know what the correlation is there, but there might be one. We don't know. It should be like, great vibrator, love the suction, worked perfect for me, P.S. voted for Biden. I think I'm onto something. You know? Oh, this is an issue though. Lauren says, both Laurens here telling you the suction is a fucking no-go. Because what if it like suctions off my clitoris? This is a crazy story, but in high school, there was this girl who went and got waxed, and the hot wax like burned and like partially demoed her clit. And she took the waxer to court because that's so fucked up. And I believe she won. It was like a really fucked up situation, but that stayed with me. And also now will probably stay with you because yikes. So many decisions to make. This should be an easy one. Should be easy. Okay, Spidey Sensei 72 says, dude, you can get a Hitachi on Amazon for $60. You're welcome. Oh my God, Spidey Sensei. Thank you for this support. What the fuck's a Hitachi? Let's see. Let me go to Amazon. I mean, Hitachi sounds sexy. Hitachi. Okay, this is okay. Wait. This is how uneducated I am in this arena. We're going to have to pull this up. Let's share my screen. share screen, walking through this Chrome tab, Hitachi. Well, actually, will you be able to? I'll just, whatever. Fuck it. It will be fine. Okay. Here's the Hitachi screen. So it looks like a microphone for your vagina. But that's the whole thing isn't supposed to go in you, right? It's just the end part. Let's see. Upgrade a personal wand massager with memory. No, but this thing is like $17. Where's the Hitachi? Are they all Hitachis? Uh, I've seen these before. I've never understood how this works. Like this green one looks like that's supposed to be inserted in you. That is way too freaky for me. Like not freaky like you shouldn't do it. Freaky like it's just a lot. But then like why like is the other part for your hand? I think I need more. I think I need like a class in this. I think I need more. I think I need more of a like somebody help me out. There should be a book on this or a guide for figuring out what your situation is. Because I don't even know that if this comes in the mail, I know how the fuck to use it. It's got so many different elements to it. Like this shit right here that is attached to a controller. I don't know. You know who I should ask is Darina. She always has great things going on. Wow. I like colors. I mean, that's not like a deal breaker when it comes to a vibrator, but like something pink. That's cute. I like green too. Like this white one looks like a medical procedure. Whoever designed this, she looks like an ultrasound thing. Like I don't want any part of that really in or around me because it seems very sciencey. And I know that I just talked about how it's a great weekend for science and like go science and math, but I'm not like really striving for something scientific when I'm trying to figure it out. All right, so I think that we've spent enough time on whether I will or will not be making a major purchase in my life, but I gotta say, I really appreciate the women in here showing up and suggesting fun things, and I'll keep you guys posted. I really will, and you guys know that to be true. The Laurens seem to be on the same page. I need to get it's like Lauren squared needs to send me recommendations. Lauren's get together and decide what will be best for my vagina. I appreciate you guys. Thank you. And maybe Lauren LaGrasso will come on air and talk to us soon if we're lucky. And Lauren number 2, you're the shit also. Hitachi. Oh, it's on Pornhub. They use it a lot in porn. I still feel like I don't know what a Hitachi is. It's got to be that kind of that long thing. Hitachi stays outside. Also good back massager. Oh, yeah, it's just so large, Lauren. It's so large. You know how I just said I think we were done with this, but then I just kept talking about it. So I don't know. Maybe this is something the World Girl should give a whirl and like try out a bunch of different things and report back. That would be amazing. Some of you guys wouldn't care about it, but I don't know that it would make like a great stream. Just kind of reviews on them. There's got to be somebody who does YouTube reviews of vibrators, like honest ones, not sponsored ones, because I need to know. Somebody should be doing that. All right. Anyway, thank you guys for your support and all of my, as I said to Lauren, future endeavors. Going to the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Stone Fanboy said, hey there, Roxy. How you doing? Well, how you doing? Well, okay. Just sending love and support your way as usual, hoping that one day you get frozen in carbonite in a future Star Wars. So the world can be blessed with a beautiful Roxy frozen in carbonite statue. Haha. Take it easy. Thank you so much. I will be frozen in carbonite. Me and my Hitachi. Nobody will know what it is. They'll be like guesses for years. Anthony Crotty in the Streamlabs says, I think you are overthinking it. Google the vibrator for independent reviews. The Hitachi wand goes on the clitoris. It's never good. It's never good when you need a bunch of people to explain something to you. That kind of seems to be the name of my life. Ooh, our friend Saul's in the house. Hitachi is the name brand. They invented the magic wand. It's kind of like calling it Xerox. Oh. Saul, thank you for saying it in terms that I would understand. I really appreciate that. It's like Q-tips. It's just like Q-tips. All right. We are going to get out of here soon. Oh, I did want to give a little bit of a Roxy advice corner. I understand that kind of the whole show today has been you guys giving me advice, which I appreciate, but now I did want to give you guys a little bit of advice because I heard somebody today on TikTok. Sometimes TikTok really does have the best things, guys. I can't lie to you. It at first when TikTok came out, I was like, what the fuck? Why would people? And then all of a sudden, very quickly, I was like, oh, that's really dope. So there's this homeboy on TikTok named the Matthew Wussy. This is what he looks like. The Matthew Wussy. Wussy? Wussey. It sounds like I'm calling him a wussy, but it's just his name. And this just fucking spoke to me. And I know a lot of you guys in here have been talking to me about your breakups that you've been going through. A lot of you have been going through breakups during this time of quarantine, or have been getting rejected, or thought you had something with somebody and it didn't work out, or any of those things. And I know that as we're sitting here and we're trying to internalize what the fuck is even happening, why doesn't this person like me? They are my person. This is just a weird time for everyone. Like all those things that go through your head that happen to everybody who cares about somebody who just rejects them in one way or another. I thought that this was very simply put. And who knows whether you guys agree or disagree, but I really liked it. So I'm going to play part of his TikTok. So thank you to the Matthew Wussy. I'm so immature. Okay, hold on. Here we go.
Remember this for the rest of your life. If you take nothing else from this video, please remember this. Anyone who decides they don't want you cannot be your person by definition, because the person you're supposed to be with is the person who wants you, is the person who's saying yes. Remember that if you're in pain, that doesn't mean that it was the wrong thing. It doesn't mean that you're never going to find anyone again. Sometimes that pain plays tricks on us because we think it's so important, but I promise you, you'll get through this and you'll find someone better. So if you're going through a breakup and you're in pain, do positive things for yourself.
Yep.
And remember that when you're hurting, that pain doesn't have to have some giant significance. It's just pain.
It's just
and it
pain.
will pass. It's like weather. It can rain today, but it will pass.
It's like weather, guys. Okay, so apparently this guy's famous. Lily's making fun of me saying he's a dating guru. I'm sure he is. He had over 1 million followers. I had never heard of him, but he's a wussy anyway. But I will say I loved this. I loved this because Pink Sweet says he barely started speaking and Roxy is nodding yes, because I knew it was coming because I've listened to it like 15 times. For a lot of us, I think we will identify who is our person. And if something goes wrong, but that was my person. But this is so true. By the definition of being your person, if they don't want to be with you, they're actually not your fucking person. And so even though that might bring pain, like he says, is like the weather. That will pass. So I think that that's a really interesting realization that a lot of you guys who are going through breakups or hard times, even if it doesn't have to do with a significant other, but a friend who you're like, but that was my best friend. By definition, they're not the best at being your friend if they don't want to be your friend or they do something super duper fucked up. So for people who are struggling with an individual right now because it was your person for one reason or another, bestie, partner, if they don't want to be your person, they're not your fucking person. And pain is like the weather. I loved everything he had to say. So thank you to the Wuss Master. We appreciate you. Well, wussy is such a weird insult. Like, when's the last time you heard somebody call somebody else a wussy? I think I'm going to bring that back into the zeitgeist. He was such a fucking, Trump's a fucking wussy. I think it sticks. All right, we are getting out of here. Thank you guys for all your help today. Once more, I will keep you posted on any decisions I make. One more Streamlabs that just came through, streamlabs.com/RoxyStar. Apollo 3 JP says, forget the vibrator. I volunteer as tribute. See, that defeats the purpose. I told you guys, it's about being able to take care of yourself. You know, vibrators are not instead of having a partner. It's about self-care, you know? You know? All right. That's it. I'll be back tomorrow live at the Roxy, 1 p.m. We'll be having a very different conversation with Natalia Ramos, who is a political expert, although she would not consider herself one because she was a poli-sci major. She's in politics now, but she just is kind of like you and me, normal person with political opinions who is very well researched. So she'll be coming on. We'll be talking about this election, what happens next, all that stuff, and anything else that happens between today and tomorrow. It will still be a fun show, just a little more politics and a little less vibrators. So I'll see you guys for that. Also, don't forget to look out for this week, Wednesday night, the World Girls. We're going to be doing an Ask Me Anything stream. We appreciate you guys showing up for us, all your support and love. Hopefully you're feeling it back from us so far. And that is it. Stay safe, stay sane, make your fucking beds, put the toilet seat down because I told you all about those plumes. And if you are interested in getting off, then make sure you do your research on how best to do it. It's very important. Math and science, baby. Math and science.